Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year, 2021. So at my house, what we did was we sent 2020 out with a little bit of a burning bowl of a new sort. We formed 2020 in rags on the driveway and set it afire. And it was a beautiful blaze. It was just fine. So welcome to 2021 and welcome to Unity of Charlotte, where our mission is to nurture a deep and mature experience of God through the practice of unity principles. And simply put, we're here to love, grow, and serve. And I'm Reverend Pat Dre, and I'm glad that you are here with us today at our first service of the new year, and that you are joining us either on Zoom or on YouTube. So we're going to start today by sharing our statement of oneness, and then that will lead us into our opening prayer. And so take a breath and join with me in saying our statement of oneness. There is one presence and one power in my life and the universe, God, the good omnipotence. And taking in another breath and letting it go. And that's what we do with new beginnings as well. We refresh ourselves. Breathing in and breathing out. I know that there is one divine energy, and it lives in and through me. As the dawn breaks on the new year, I am grateful for the courage to start anew. I overlook the difficulties and obstacles of the past, and especially this past year, and I face the opportunities of this day. And I am deeply grateful, and I thank you for all of the good that you have brought into my life. And all of the good that you brought to me this past year. I know that Spirit is fully available to me in each step of 2021. I know that you, God, are with me always. And this truth rings clear and sustains me. You are ever present and only a breath away. And I know for certain this, I can never be alone. I look to the future and I reflect on the past, and I focus now on my gratitude for your many gifts as I accept the blessings and promise of the bright future ahead. I'm filled with gratitude, and I experience the tireless energy of this expanding Christ consciousness within. And I'm able to draw whatever I need because it's an ample supply to meet my needs today and in the days to come and throughout the year. And so it is. Amen. Thank you again for being with us this morning. Welcome to those of you that are joining us on Zoom. And we do open our Zoom link a little ahead of time. It gives us a chance to talk with one another, and we keep it open for a little while after the service as well. For those of you joining us on YouTube, we invite you to subscribe and to like and help other people find us. If you or anyone you know is in need of prayer, please go to our Unity website and click on the prayer link. We are delighted to pray for you and to pray for any and all of your intentions. So please use our link. It is our joy and pleasure to offer you this service. Unity of Charlotte is available to you for prayer, but also our prayer team will help you, as well as reach out to Silent Unity by dialing 800 Now Pray for a personal affirmative prayer. Our announcements are very important ones. On January 24th, we're having a town hall meeting where we will be discussing some important things going on and in preparation for our annual meeting, which is on January 31st. So that's January 24th and January 31st. And our groups are starting to meet again in January. And so we do have our Tuesday evening meditation for the church with Barbara Rolfe that meets via Zoom. Our other groups are also starting to meet, which are the women's luncheon. I believe that's on the third Monday. The men's group, which is usually the second and fourth Wednesdays, and Dialogue as Service, which is headed by Barbara Rolfe on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Do I have that right? 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. All right. I am delighted to have with us Reverend Sally Robbins this Sunday. She's taken us all the way through the holidays. I can't wait. Thank you, Reverend Sally.
Thank you, Reverend Pat. Oh, it's my joy to be here with you this morning on our first Sunday of the year. Yay! We made it to 2021. Yay! I'd like to just ask if you have not muted yourself, please mute yourself so that we can have a wonderful discussion coming up here. And also, if you'll go to the top right of your screen where it says view, if you click on speaker view, that means that just the speaker will show up, and that will also enhance how you view this too. So that's a possibility for you rather than the gallery view, which shows everyone, all of our beautiful faces. But it's really nice to be able to concentrate on, because I have some slides I'm going to show you. And so choose speaker view if that works for you. So I'm going to start with a wonderful song that's one of my favorite songs. Donna Michael is a very talented musician in the Nashville area, and she has performed at churches all over the country for decades. And she wrote this fantastic song called I Am a Light. It's actually called A Light in This World, parentheses, I Am a Light. And I thought that was perfect for us talking about our sacred destiny. That's my topic this morning. How are we going to show up in 2021? And so I'm going to play her song right now. It's just a couple minutes long. And some of you probably know this song, and feel free to sing along with it if you like. She actually encourages participation. So let me move to show you our wonderful Light in This World video by Donna Michael.
I am a light in this world.
Oh, doesn't that fill you with absolute joy that we are lights? We are absolute lights in this world. I'm just so filled with awe, and at this time in my life when every year just gets better and better, and we've come out of such a challenging year. This is our time to really say, you know what? I'm better for it. I covered that last week. If you missed last week, you can go back and watch on the YouTube. We have come through tremendous challenge, and we're here. We're here. We're creating something brand new. So that's what I want to focus on this week is what is our sacred destiny? I love those words, sacred destiny, because destiny implies that there is something here, a greater work for us to do. And sacred means that this is a holy work. This is something holy that each one of us has to do in this world. So I want to start my talk today with a little story. Let me go back and share my screen, and we'll start with so our sacred destiny is what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to start with, you know how much I love stories. And I found a great story that I know many of you have heard this before, but there's something about this that I need to hear it again. And I'm sure if I need to hear it, several of you do too. So I'm going to start with this wonderful story. And it's a story about an eagle. And there was an eagle nest high above the mountains that contained 4 eggs. And the mother eagle was very careful, and she was sitting on the eggs and just waiting for them to hatch. But one day, while she was waiting for the hatching, an earthquake shook all of the trees around her. And one of the eggs literally dropped out of the nest, and fortunately it didn't break. It just continued to roll all the way down this mountain, rolling, rolling, rolling. It was like a path had been created for it, and just kept going and going and going until now it was down in this valley. And where it ended up was a chicken farm. It ended up in a chicken farm. Now, the chickens there saw this egg rolling into their midst and said, oh my goodness, here's an egg. We better take care of this. So one of the hens was laying on the egg and making sure that it was staying warm. And sure enough, one day soon, the egg, the little eaglet inside started pecking its way out, and the eaglet comes out of the egg and he looks around, and this eagle is beautiful, but there were all these chickens around. And so the chicken said, well, I guess we're going to just go ahead and raise this little thing. It looks different than us. And so the eagle started identifying with the chickens because that's who he was hanging out with. So the eagle loved his home and his new family, but his spirit cried out for more. His spirit said, there's something more out there for me. And one day, while playing with his chicken friends, he noticed there were several eagles flying way up in the sky. And he looked up, and the eagle cried, oh my gosh, I wish I could soar like those birds. I wish I could be up there in the high altitudes and just seeing from that vantage point. I wish that I could do that rather than just staying here on the ground. Now, the eagle had the same wings. He was an eagle, but he hadn't learned because he was with the chickens. And the chickens heard him say this and said, buddy, you can't soar with those eagles. You're a chicken. You're a chicken. Get that thought out of your head. Chickens do not soar. They're here to peck on the ground, and we're grateful for whatever is here on the ground, and that's okay. A chicken life is a good life. That's what you are. Accept it. But the eagle continued to watch his other eagles. And every time he announced his dreams, he was told by the chickens, it can't be done. It can't be done. And after time, the eagle said, you know what? They're probably right. I'm just going to stop dreaming. And he lived his life as a chicken. And finally, after a long life as a chicken, the eagle died as a chicken, had never spread his wings, had never soared like he was meant to. And the moral, what is the moral of this story? if you listen to the chickens around you, you will live and die like a chicken, won't you? That's how we get caught up in this. People telling us, forget your dreams. You're just a chicken. You're meant to just live here on the same level as we are. Don't worry about it. Just put those dreams on a shelf. It's nice to think about every now and then. But there's something inside each one of us that is always telling us there's something more. We are meant to evolve upwards. It's a spiral upward journey that we're always on and we're always growing into if we simply allow ourselves. And yet, too many times, I've settled for being a chicken. Have you? I've settled for living on a plane that was far below where I knew that I could be. And I would feel the urge to pull myself into a higher level of existence. And the voices around me would tell me, no, no, no. And sometimes I would listen and sometimes I wouldn't. And I know enough now today, thankfully, to know that the only voice that counts is that voice within me. And that voice within you is the only voice that counts in your world. You are here to have a sacred destiny. You are here to grow into something so beautiful and soar like the eagle. And this day, this new year allows us to maybe take off a dream off the shelf that we haven't thought about in a while and go, you know what? I'm going to retake a look at that. I'm here to soar. I'm here to soar. This is your call. This is your calling this morning. Let it well up in you. There's something I know that is stirring right now. Your consciousness is telling you, yes, it's time to do this. It's time to do X, Y, or Z, whatever that might be for you. Let's take a listen to that this morning, because you indeed have a sacred destiny. There is something here for you, and all it takes is you being open and available to it. So I'm going to go back and share my screen again, because there's a wonderful quote by Ernest Holmes. And Ernest Holmes was the founder of Science of Mind, which is very similar. It's a cousin to Unity. And this fabulous quote is this: mind, which is our greatest gift, has been made our jailer, and we whimper in a misery entirely of our own creation. Bondage exists nowhere in the universe except in the human mind. Freedom is ours at the precise moment we recognize our liberty and step forth in freedom. Truer words were never spoken, my friends. The call to be an eagle is that inner voice that knows that the bondage that we have created is self-made. I look back and I think how many times I told myself, I can't do that. No, that's too much. And yet, if I was given that indwelling desire to do it, I know that spirit also had a way for that to happen. And I ignored it time and time again. And so today, I know that if spirit has given you and me a strong desire to move into our sacred destiny, there's also a way for it to happen, also a way for us to move into that great expression of being what we are meant to be. And you know, what I was meant to be at 25 is very different than what I'm meant to be today at 62. Isn't that the beauty of life? That we continue evolving and growing and moving from grace to grace, glory to glory, into a fabulous existence that we could never even dreamed of. Where I am today, I couldn't even dream of at 25. And that's the glory of life, is that if we simply allow ourselves to move beyond those chains that we've put around our mind of I can't, and we move into spirit's got this. I know that I have the capability because the God within me is the co-creative force in my life. And as I partner with that God within me, thankfully, all this wonderful ideas and desires, all of these come flooding forth. And I am being told, do this action, take action on this. My intuitive guidance starts kicking in. And that's really what it takes here. And then having the courage to step into that. I love this quote also by Stephen Levine. Buddha left a roadmap. Jesus left a roadmap. Krishna left a roadmap. But you still have to travel the road yourself. Oh my goodness, that's the truth. That I may have wonderful co-creative desires and the intuitive action might come through me and I get these ideas, but I still have to do it. I'm the other part of the co-creative force. It takes two. The spirit within me, the God spirit that knows all and sees all, and me that says, yes, I'm here to step into my destiny and to know the truth about myself, that I am a light and nothing can diminish that light except me, except me. I know when I'm in that place of really wanting to move into a whole new realm, and every end of year, I get to this place where I reflect, okay, what did I learn in the past year? And how can I move forward? That's the time for me to really take a look and was I courageous in all the areas that I needed to be? Because courage is that factor that allows me to step into that. Courage really is the number one quality that I know that I need to continue to explore. Am I courageous enough to step into what is mine to do? And so every year I do this. I've done this, I think it was 2 years ago at Unity of Charlotte. Every first Sunday of the year when I had my previous churches, I did a ceremony called the White Stone Ceremony. And I'm going to just, it's very brief. It's a brief meditation that allows you to step into what is my inner self, my inner guide, my inner compass, which we can call spirit, God, whatever name we give to it. What is it that I am to step into in the coming year? And I found that people have reported back to me that when I was doing it years in a row at my churches, that they would take the stones and they would hold on to them because they really meant a lot. And so I would usually, if we were in person, I would provide you with a white stone and a marker. Since we don't have the capability to do that today, I invite you, if you have something available, just a pen and paper. That's all you need. And then if you choose, you can go to Michael's or wherever you choose to buy a white stone and put it on there. And then I keep this right on my desk. When I did this 2 years ago, the thought that kept coming through me was rise up. Sometimes it's a phrase, sometimes it's a name, and I'll explain that in a second. And I keep this on my desk because it's a reminder to me of that inner compunction just to move, to get going, to rise to the level of eagles and not stay in the chickens. That is my opportunity to tell myself to keep going. So the history of the White Stone ceremony is this, that because it is a very ancient ritual. In Jesus's day, when someone served time in prison or in bondage of any kind, they were given a white stone when they were released, because that was the symbol, you have a clean slate. The white stone was a symbol that you have a clean slate now to move forward in your life. Each of us comes from bondage of some kind, and we are using this white stone to signify our freedom from that bondage. And all of your past nonsense was a prison to you, but you're now free to choose any path you like. Anything you can believe and conceive, you know that you can do it. In Revelations 2:17, John talks about people being given a new name. Let anyone who has an ear listen. Now, this ear that John is referring to refers not to your outer ear, but your inner soul, the ear of the soul, which is within us. This refers to the ear that hears that still small voice as it whispers to us. And we develop this inner ear by going within. And that meditative quality, that's why a spiritual practice is very important to us, to keep developing our sense of listening with our inner ear. And prayer and meditation are ways to take the journey from our head to our hearts. That's where we really open up. Now, the second part of the scripture says this, and I will give a white stone, and on the white stone is written a new name that no one knows except the one who receives it. During biblical times, it was believed that when people had overcome or made their connection with the divine, then they got a new name. That new name was written on a stone. That name was given directly by God. Now, in the Bible, you see many name changes. For example, Saul was given a new name at the time of his awakening. Saul, which means personal will, was transformed into Paul, which means enlightened will. Abram, as he grew in spiritual awareness, became Abraham. Sarai became Sarah. So there are many examples that we see in scriptures that talk about taking on a new name. And you didn't choose the name that you came in with, more than likely, that your parents chose it for you. But as you surrender to your inner spirit, you're promised a new name. This refers to the new and higher realization of the I am. And it requires our reaching a higher level of consciousness within ourselves. So I encourage you to consciously invite spirit into your heart and mind for the next few minutes. So I invite you to just sit quietly, let go of anything you might have in your lap, and just with your feet flat on the floor, just go within. I'm going to lead you through this very brief meditation. Just take a few minutes and open yourself up. You might get a new name. You might get a phrase like I did a couple of years ago. You might get just even a picture. I had one woman who said she kept getting a picture of a lion. And so she drew a picture of the lion on her rock because that was her call to become more fierce and to enable her voice to roar. So don't edit what comes to you. Just allow spirit to tell you what you are being given in this new year of 2021. So if you are comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. Let's become still for a minute and allow God to express to you through you as you. I invite you to open up to the newness in your life today. Take a symbol of the white stone in your mind and let it symbolize a new way of being. See it as a symbol of who you have become, or of who you are becoming, or of who you would like to become. Feel the presence of God and know your oneness with God. Know your I amness with God. Feel that loving presence of God as it surrounds and supports you. Know right now that you're safe and secure. You are loved and supported by the presence of God. You are encouraged by your fellow travelers, all of us. We are coming together in meditation, and where two or more are gathered, there is the great I am. So you are supported by everyone on this call. This white stone that you are symbolizing is a promise of a new life. It's the symbol of a clean slate. Whatever happened before is done. You can now move into the new. This is a moment in which we know we are free from all that has bound us, free from the prison in which we have put ourselves, free from the times we've settled for being a chicken. We let all of that go now and know the truth. So begin to reflect on a new name. Let it come to you easily without trying to make it happen. Let a name come to you that marks your new beginning. Hear it beckon to you. Spirit has decreed a name for you to be written on your stone or on your piece of paper right now. What will your life be called from this point forward? And so as you are guided by Spirit, and I invite you to trust in this guidance, as Spirit comes to you in this sacred place, in this moment of truth, there's an insight into your divine purpose, an insight into your holy essence. And in that secret place of the Most High, I invite you to allow yourself to hear the new name that God has for you. And as that name becomes clear, just allow yourself to write it. It may be a title. It may be something like published author, or clean and sober, or grateful. Any of those, whatever. Perhaps this is a new career, a new title, or a new quality that Spirit is pressing out through you. It could be courage. It could be enlightenment. I ask you to give your ego a few minutes off and let that divine holy self in you come through. Give yourself permission to know that you have a new quality, a new name. Some people write a quality such as peace, love, or holy presence, and take on a new essence of who they are. So take a moment in the silence right now and listen with your inner ear. If a name has come to you, stay quiet and allow yourself to ask for a deeper understanding, to ask if there are any steps to take. In this moment, allow yourself to simply open to Spirit, to say, God in me reveals my true essence. God in me reveals my next step. God as me lives a joyous, peaceful, fulfilling life. A thankfulness flows over us as we receive our new name. Along with it comes the power and guidance to achieve all that we desire. This is our new name. This is our new name. We see it. We decree it. We are on the path to gaining greater insights and awareness and mark a new beginning. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you this kingdom. Accept this consciousness of ever increasing good in your life. Accept that this 2021 year is going to be the most incredible year ever in your life. Accept that you are here to do something wonderful, that you are here to do a mighty work that is yours alone to do. And so as you take this new name, this new quality, whatever came through you, know the truth that you are guided by this magnificent co-creative power within you, that the guy within you is along with you every step of the way, your silent partner on this journey, and know that all is well as you take on the new mantle of the Christhood, the new mantle of consciousness, the new mantle of being a mighty force for good in this world. Oh, there's so much good awaiting us in 2021. And this white stone ceremony, this chance for us to say, yes, I am here to do a mighty work, and I take on that work willingly, lovingly, graciously, and I accept that there is so much that I can do to be a force for good in this world right now. I need not get any more education or take another class. I am ready right now to accept all that is mine to do. And so I move into 2021 with excitement and a new sense of possibility and potentiality. I am here with a fantastic potential for creating something exciting and new in my life. And as I do so, I give those in my world permission to do the same. And so there's simply a domino effect going on here, that as we take on that co-creative process within ourselves, we allow others in our world to join with us. And together we change the world one mind at a time. Oh, what a powerful force is in our hands for us to change ourselves, which thus changes the world. And so we just give great thanks for this opportunity to know the truth about ourselves, that we are a law unto ourselves, and the chains of former bondage are now gone. We lift ourselves to new heights and know the truth, that we are here to soar. Unlike any other year we've ever experienced, this 2021 will be a year of soaring, powerful new heights that we've never reached before. And so for all of this, I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to know the truth about myself, and for all of those on this Zoom call, those who are listening via YouTube, however you are hearing these words, you know the truth about yourself too, that you are a light in this world, and that you came to do a wonderful, mighty work. May we step into that work now with gratitude and knowing that we are the change that this world needs to see. And so I give great thanks for all that is and all that is yet to be. How powerful to know that our potential is right here, right now, and we simply let it be so. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. And so I know as you move into whatever word came through you, whatever phrase, whatever picture maybe, as you wrote it down on your piece of paper, if you so choose, find a white stone or find something which will make it a prominent place that you can put in your life and you can see it on a daily basis. What is yours to do in this coming year? What is the powerful impetus that is coming through you and to you right now? I hope that you got some clarity around that. I invite you that if you're still trying to figure that out, to go within sometime today, do it soon, do it now, and continue to ask Spirit for a deepening, an awareness of what it is that is yours to do. I love that even if I get a picture of something, it's still incumbent upon me to go into my meditation practice and ask for further guidance. And so I invite you to do that as well, that there is something very powerful moving through you. Allow it to be so, and know that you are meant to be soaring this year. I'm going to close with a just a wonderful metaphor that my friend Reverend Jerry Troyer reminded me of. I'm going to share my screen and go back to our wonderful slides. But the thing that Reverend Jerry reminded me of is this, that we are here, and yet we have every moment is available to us. This is a picture of sunset at Mallory Square in Key West, which is a beautiful place, I hear. It's one of the places I want to visit. It's on my bucket list. And every night, people from all over the world that congregate here in Key West, the visitors that come through and the locals, all come down to this square to watch the sunset. And it's hundreds of people show up. And as they do, there's lots of, it's like almost like a carnival atmosphere. There's street vendors and people, artists doing that as they're watching the sunset. Here's a picture of some guy up walking a tightrope as they're all watching. And so it really has this magical effect of watching this sunset in Key West. And Reverend Jerry was writing that, the sunset happens every day. So you would think, wow, why do people gather for something that happens every single day? Well, the sunsets, yeah, they're beautiful, but that's not the point. Each sunset is unique. This picture that was captured at this particular sunset can never be duplicated again. The clouds will never be the same. The lighting will never be the same. The people will never be the same. And just as we know that every sunset is an individual instant in time that changes as the sun sinks below the horizon, we can see that we too are individuals in this unique moment of time. And so every sunset has never happened before and never will happen again. And you have never happened before and you will never happen again. The uniqueness of you is what's showing up each and every day. I invite you to understand that there is no one that is duplicating what you are, who you are, and how you operate in this world. There's only one of you with your unique combination of gifts and skills. Only one of you. And that one of you will never, ever be duplicated. And you are sacred. You are sacred because of that. So just like these sunsets are unique, so too are you, my friend. You have a unique and distinct opportunity that only you will have. Take your new name, your new quality, whatever that may be, and know that you are providing a unique perspective. That divine prompting came through you in this sacred moment. Hold on to that. It is precious. It is wonderful. It is you. I invite you this week, remember your sacred destiny, to be fully present in this sacred moment, in this holy instant that can never be duplicated. You can never be duplicated. Each one of us has the opportunity to say, yes, yes, I am here, I am ready, and I am willing to take on my mantle of consciousness, new consciousness, higher consciousness. I'm ready. Bring it on, Spirit. 2021 is my year, and I'm ready, willing, and able. That's all Spirit ever wants from us, is our readiness and our willingness. So, happy New Year to each one of you watching today. Happy New Year. And trust me when I say, this will be your best year yet. Namaste. We've just processed a lot. So let's take a deep breath in and let it out. Thank you for doing that meditation with me. I know that's a bit different than what I typically do on my talks, but I wanted to give you the opportunity, even if we could not be together, to have the opportunity to go within and know your destiny, your sacred destiny for this coming year. I think it's a powerful way to start a new year. And this first Sunday, the first Sunday of the year, is pregnant with possibility. There's so much ahead of us for this community, for each one of us, for our state, our region, our country, so much newness. And I know that I want to play a part in that. I hope you do too. So as we move forward with our opportunity to be present, fully present today, that we know that we are here and that we are part of a wonderful law of circulation, that as we give, so we receive. If you received anything today, and I sure hope you did, if you received anything, I invite you to know that you can give back to our community here at Unity of Charlotte, that we are, as I like to say, a beacon on a hill, that even though the building's up on a hill but we are a beacon on a hill of sorts, that we offer hope, that we offer possibility to those who are in need, those who are hurting, those who've long since forgotten that they were eagles. We are here to be that beacon of hope to them. And if you'd like to participate in helping us be that beacon, I invite you to consider an offering to us. Large, small, we are good stewards with what is given to us. So we welcome any and all offerings. And if you have an offering to give today, if you have a check, here's the place that you can, there it goes. There's the address that you can send it to. You can also find that address at our website, unityofcharlotte.org. We also offer a wonderful, safe way for you to give right online. You simply click on the donate button, and then you can put in any amount that you choose, and it is safely and quickly and electronically. Don't you love it? Who needs checks anymore? We can just electronically send what we need out to those who serve us. And so however it serves you, we invite you to be a part of this law of circulation and giving back to a place that is always here for us. And so we're going to say our our prosperity blessing as we give our gift today. Joyously, I give this gift, knowing the divine presence blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We're always grateful for you showing up each and every week, for you watching us on YouTube, however you take the message in each week. We're grateful that you're here, and we know that you are a light in this world and that you shine beautifully. And we're so glad that you're a part of our community in whatever way you choose. We're glad that you're here. We're glad that you're a light, and that we hope that we help you shine a little brighter. So we always end our service with the prayer of protection. So I invite you to say this with me as well. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.